Drafted in 2011 as the first overall pick in the draft, Kyrie Irving was coming to a Cleveland Cavaliers team that was quite terrible. That previous season, the Cavs had a record of 19 wins and 63 losses, and they were in complete rebuild mode. In his rookie year, Kyrie led his team in points and assists, averaging 18 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds a game to be the almost unanimous Rookie of the Year, getting 117 of the 120 first-place votes. In his next season, Kyrie once again led his team in assists and points, with 22 points and 6 assists per game. In his third year with the Cavs, playing in 71 of 82 games, he again led the team with 21 points and 6 assists per game, helping them to a 33-win and 49-loss record. With this improvement in the Cavaliers' record, there was hope for the organization in the future. Kyrie was shaping up to be the leader of the team, and with some other young players that were also 23 years old or younger, and Dion Waiters and Tristan Thompson, things were looking good. This is also what LeBron probably saw in the Cavs as well. A young team that was showing signs of improvement, led by Kyrie Irving, who was coming to be one of the best point guards in the league. If LeBron could lead the Cavaliers to be a dominant team in the Eastern Conference in his early 20s, with worse teammates than what they had in the 2010s, then there was no reason that he couldn't do it again. So in 2014, LeBron James made his way back to the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they were instant title contenders, having the highest preseason odds to win the title. With the addition of LeBron James and also the addition of Kevin Love, the Cavaliers ended the season with a 53-29 record, which was 20 more wins than the season before. In the playoffs, they won 12 games and only had 2 losses on their way to the NBA Finals. Even though the Cavaliers lost in the finals to the Golden State Warriors, that next season they still had the highest preseason odds in the league to win the NBA championship. Throughout this year, the Cavaliers pretty much kept the same team, and they ended up with a slightly better record of 55 wins and 27 losses. Once again in the playoffs, the Cavaliers won 12 games and only had 2 losses on their way to the finals, where they once again matched up against the Golden State Warriors, except this time, the Warriors were coming off an NBA record 73-win and 9-loss regular season. I think you already know what happened in this series. The Cavs came back from a 3-1 deficit to win the finals, which was the first time that happened in league history. A major part of this win was because of Kyrie Irving, who led the team in a couple games for points, even scoring 41 points in Game 5 of the series. Irving also famously hit the go-ahead shot to win the title. Winning the title was the peak of Kyrie's relationship with the Cavaliers organization, because as soon as they won the title, it seems as though things started to go downhill. There were reports that after winning the title in 2016, Kyrie was actually angry. A 2018 Sports Illustrated article also reported that after winning the 2016 championship, Kyrie apparently wanted a trade. That next year, the Warriors got Kevin Durant and were the heavy favorites to win the title, actually having better odds to win the title than to lose, which is a pretty big deal. In that next season, both Kyrie and LeBron were playing good, as they usually do. They had a bit worse of a record than they had the previous 2 seasons, winning 55 games and losing 31. However, once they got to the playoffs, the Cavaliers were going crazy and did better than the 2 previous years, only losing 1 game on their way to the NBA Finals. In the finals, the Cavs only won a single game, and the Warriors took the easy victory, as everyone expected. Naturally, after coming off of a season with a finals appearance, most teams would try and run it back, but Kyrie Irving had other plans. After winning the finals, the Cavaliers front office was deciding what moves to make, and apparently they brought up Kyrie's name, talking about trading him, and apparently this talk got back to Irving and even further fueled his ideas about leaving Cleveland. The news then soon broke that Kyrie wanted to leave Cleveland, and the sports media went crazy, as the reason for leaving was apparently that Irving wanted to play in a situation where he was the main guy instead of LeBron James. Kyrie Irving was leaving a team that made 3 straight NBA Finals and actually won an NBA title as well. This itself was a tough feat to accomplish, and with Kyrie Irving and LeBron James still in their primes, Kyrie decided to throw it away and break the Cavaliers' dynasty. Since Kyrie wanted out of Cleveland, the Cavs signed Derrick Rose, and then about a month later, the Kyrie trade happened, where he was traded to the Celtics, with the Cavaliers getting Celtics guard Isaiah Thomas and a couple other players in return. The Cavs also got Dwayne Wade as well, which was an interesting pickup. During that next year, which was the 2017-2018 season, the Cavaliers had LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Kevin Love, Derrick Rose, Isaiah Thomas, and some other good players as well. However, later that season, Dwayne Wade, Isaiah Thomas, Derrick Rose, and some other players were actually traded away because the team wasn't doing as good as expected. This team probably would have done well in the playoffs either way, but they were likely not good enough to beat the Golden State Warriors. And I also think at this point, LeBron James may have let the Cavaliers know that he was going to be leaving at the end of the season, which probably put the Cavaliers in rebuilding mode. Adding players like Derrick Rose and Dwayne Wade seemed like a last-ditch effort to try and match up against the Warriors, and I think when it was visible that it wasn't enough, then LeBron felt like he didn't have a real chance at winning again. LeBron and Kyrie worked well together, with big man Kevin Love and other great role players around them. The Cavaliers had a solid system going that could not be recreated with a bunch of players past their prime that didn't have the chemistry. After Kyrie left the Cavaliers, the franchise went in a downward spiral, and it hasn't recovered since. Do you think Kyrie Irving ruined the Cleveland Cavaliers dynasty and franchise for the future? Could Kyrie Irving have won more championships with the Cavs? Let me know what you think in the comments section. Like this video and subscribe to my channel to show your support. Thanks for watching.